County Kerry is a county in Ireland. It is located in the southwest region and is also part of the province of Munster. It is named after the pre-Gaelic tribe who lived in part of the present county. Kerry County Council is the local authority for the county and Tralee serves as the county town. The population of the county is 145,502 according to the 2011 census. Geography and political subdivisions. Kerry is the fifth largest of the 32 counties of Ireland by area and the 13th largest by population. Uniquely, it is bordered by only two other counties, County Limerick to the east and County Cork to the southeast. The county town is Tralee. The diocesan see is Killarney, which is one of Ireland's most famous tourist destinations. The Lakes of Killarney, an area of outstanding natural beauty, are located in Killarney National Park. The tip of the Dingle Peninsula is the most westerly point of Ireland. Baronies. There are 9 historic baronies in the county. While baronies continue to be officially defined units, they are no longer used for many administrative purposes. Their official status is illustrated by place names orders made since 2003, where official Irish names of baronies are listed under administrative units. Clan Morris Clan Mhuras, Corcagwini Corcad Webn, Dunkerran North Dar en Ciara en Thuaid, Dunkerran South Dar en Ciara en Thuas, Glanrad Glian Naruata Irati Connor Oari Actway Concha, Ivora Peninsula Abh Ra Thatch, Maguna Magiko Inshin, Truganic Mea Triacar and Acom, towns and villages. Townlands. Coalgariva and Kail Gharbh, Arado Acardeo, other areas, Ardnar Kerthen, Sliabluacra, Corcad Webn, Bownard, physical geography. Kerry faces the Atlantic Ocean and, typically for an eastern Atlantic coastal region, features many peninsulas and inlets, principally the Dingle Peninsula, the Ivora Peninsula, and the Beara Peninsula. The county is bounded on the west by the Atlantic Ocean and on the north by the River Shannon. Kerry is one of the most mountainous regions of Ireland and contains 2 of its 3 highest mountains, Carrauntoohil, part of the Magillicudis Reeks Range, and Mount Brandon, part of the Slieve Mish Range. Just off the coast are a number of islands, including the Blasket Islands, Valentia Island and the Skelligs. Skellig Michael is a World Heritage Site, famous for the medieval monastery clinging to the island's cliffs. The county contains the extreme west point of Ireland, Dunmore Head on the Dingle Peninsula, or including islands, Terrad Island, part of the Blaskets. The most westerly inhabited area of Ireland is Dar en Chorn, on the Dingle Peninsula. The River Feel, the River Lawn and the Rufty River flow through Kerry, into the Atlantic. Climate. The North Atlantic Current, part of the Gulf Stream, flows north by Kerry and the west coast of Ireland, resulting in milder temperatures than would otherwise be expected at the 52 north latitude. This means that subtropical plants such as the strawberry tree and tree ferns, not normally found in northern Europe, thrive in the area. Because of the mountainous area and the prevailing southwesterly winds, Kerry is among the regions with the highest rainfall in Ireland. Due to its location, the area is the site of a weather reporting station on Valentia for many centuries. The Irish record for one-day rainfall is 243.5 mm, recorded at Clore Lake, in Kerry in 1993. In 1986, the remnants of Hurricane Charlie crossed over Kerry as an extratropical storm causing extensive rainfall, flooding and damage. History. Kerry means the people of Kya, which was the name of the pre-Gaelic tribe who lived in part of the present county. The legendary founder of the tribe was Kya, son of Fergus Mac Rankin Cubdic. In Old Irish, Kya meant black or dark brown, and the word continues in use in modern Irish as an adjective describing a dark complexion. The suffix regi, meaning people tribe, is found in various Wy place names in Ireland, such as Oshia as Raggy Deer people tribe. The county's nickname is the Kingdom. Lordship of Ireland. On August 27, 1329, by letters patent, Maurice Fitzgerald, 1st Earl of Desmond, was confirmed in the feudal seigneury of the entire County Palatine of Kerry, to him and his heirs male, to hold of the crown by the service of one knight's fee. In the 15th century, the majority of the area now known as County Kerry was still part of the County Desmond, the West Munster seat of the Earl of Desmond, a branch of the Hiberno-Norman Fitzgerald dynasty, known as the Geraldines. Kingdom of Ireland. In 1580, during the Second Desmond Rebellion, one of the most infamous massacres of the 16th century, the Siege of Smerwick, took place at Dar en near Ardnarkethan at the tip of the Dingle Peninsula. The 600-strong Italian, Spanish and Irish papal invasion force of James Fitzmaurice Fitzgerald was besieged by the English forces and massacred. In 1588, when the fleet of the Spanish Armada in Ireland were returning to Spain during stormy weather, many of their ships sought shelter at the Blasket Islands and some were wrecked. During the 9 Years' War, Kerry was again the scene of conflict, as the O'Sullivan Beer clan joined the rebellion. In 1602, their castle at Dunboy was besieged and taken by English troops. Donald O'Sullivan Beer, in an effort to escape English retribution and to reach his allies in Ulster, marched all the clan's members and dependents to the north of Ireland. Due to harassment by hostile forces and the freezing weather, very few of the 1,000 O'Sullivans who set out reached their destination. In the aftermath of the war, much of the native-owned land in Kerry was confiscated and given to English settlers or planters. The head of the McCarthy-Moore family, Florence McCarthy, was imprisoned in London and his lands were divided between his relatives and colonists from England, such as the Brown family. In the 1640s, Kerry was engulfed by the Irish Rebellion of 1641, an attempt by Irish Catholics to take power in the Protestant Kingdom of Ireland. The rebellion in Kerry was led by Tonal McCarthy, 1st Viscount Muskerry. McCarthy held the county during the subsequent Irish Confederate Wars and his forces were some of the last to surrender to the Cromwellian conquest of Ireland in 1652. The last stronghold to fall was Ross Castle, near Killarney. United Kingdom. In the 17th and 18th centuries, Kerry became increasingly populated by poor tenant farmers, who came to rely on the potato as their main food source. As a result, when the potato crop failed in 1845, Kerry was very hard hit by the Great Irish Famine of 1845 €49. In the wake of the famine, many thousands of poor farmers emigrated to seek a better life in America and elsewhere. Kerry was to remain a source of emigration until recent times. Another long-term consequence of the famine was the land war of the 1870s and 1880s, in which tenant farmers agitated, sometimes violently, for better terms from their landlords. War of Independence and Civil War. In the 20th century, Kerry was one of the counties most affected by the Irish War of Independence and Irish Civil War. In the War of Independence, the Irish Republican Army fought a guerrilla war against the Royal Irish Constabulary and British military. One of the more prominent incidents in the conflict in Kerry were the Siege of Tralee in November 1920. When the Black and Tans placed Tralee under curfew for a week, burned many homes and shot dead a number of local people in retaliation for the IRA killing of 5 local policemen the night before. Another was the Headford Junction ambush in spring 1921, when IRA units ambushed a train carrying British soldiers outside Killarney. About 10 British soldiers, 3 civilians and 2 IRA men were killed in the ensuing gun battle. Violence between the IRA and the British was ended in July 1921, but 9 men, 4 British soldiers and 5 IRA men, were killed in a shootout in Castleland on the day of the truce itself, indicating the bitterness of the conflict in Kerry. Following the Anglo-Irish Treaty, most of the Kerry IRA units opposed the settlement. One exception existed in Listowel, where a pro-treaty garrison was established by local Flying Column Commandant Thomas Kennelly in February 1922. This unit consisted of 200 regular soldiers along with officers and NCOs. A batch of rifles, machine guns and a Crossley tender were sent from Dublin. Listowel would remain a base for those supporting the treaty throughout the conflict. The town was eventually overcome by superior numbers of anti-treaty forces belonging to the Kerry No. 2 and 3 Brigades in June 1922. In the ensuing civil war between pro- and anti-treaty elements, Kerry was perhaps the worst affected area of Ireland. Initially the county was held by the anti-treaty IRA, but it was taken for the Irish Free State after seaborne landings by National Army troops at Fanit, Tarbert and Kenmare in August 1922. Thereafter the county saw a bitter guerrilla war between men who had been comrades only a year previously. The Republicans, or Irregulars, mounted a number of successful actions, for example attacking and briefly retaking Kenmare in September 1922. In March 1923, Kerry saw a series of massacres of Republican prisoners by National Army soldiers in reprisal for the ambush of their men, the most notorious being the killing of 8 men with mines at Ballyseedy, near Tralee. The internecine conflict was brought to an end in May 1923 as the rule of law was re-established following the death of IRA Chief of Staff Liam Lynch, and the order by Frank Aiken to dump all arms. Local government, County Council. The principal local authority is Kerry County Council. The council provides a number of services including planning, roads maintenance, fire brigade, council housing, water supply, waste collection, recycling and landfill, higher education grants and funding for arts and culture. Town councils, an additional tier of local government, existed in the 3 largest towns in the county, Killarney, Listowel and Tralee until the 2014 local elections were held on May 23, 2014. These elections were held following the changes effected by the Local Government Reform Act 2014. The Act abolished town councils and introduced municipal districts. County Kerry was divided into 4 municipal districts, which are identical with the local electoral areas used for election of councillors. Parliamentary representation. Kerry is represented in Daoine Permel Irian by 6 TDs returned from 2 parliamentary constituencies. Following boundary changes in 2011, County Kerry, along with western parts of County Limerick, returns 6 TDs to the Dáil. Each of the following constituencies returns 3 deputies to the Dáil: Kerry North, West Limerick and Kerry South. The TDs elected to the 31st Dáil Permel Irian at the 2011 general election were, Kerry North, West Limerick, Jimmy Dernan, Martin Ferris, Arthur Spring; Kerry South, Brendan Griffin, Tom Fleming, Michael Healy-Rae. Culture. As a region on the extremity of Ireland, culture of Kerry was less susceptible to outside influences and is associated with the Irish language, Irish traditional music, song and dance. Cork Twibn and Wabh Rath are considered Gaelic Act regions. Sport. Gaelic games. Kerry is known for its senior Gaelic football team. Gaelic football is the dominant sport in the county, and Kerry has the most successful of all football teams. The Kerry footballers have won the Sam Maguire Cup 36 times, with the next nearest team Dublin on 24 wins. Hurling is popular at club level in North Kerry, although the county has only won one All-Ireland Senior Hurling Championship, in 1891. The senior team currently compete in the Christy Ring Cup. Soccer. The Kerry District League is the main competition for soccer clubs in the county. Tralee Dynamos have represented Kerry in the A Championship, while they and Killarney Celtic also competed in the Munster Senior League during the late 1990s and early 2000s. Cricket. A move to further the growth of cricket in the county was underway following Ireland's performance at the 2011 Cricket World Cup. Irish language. There are 6,083 Irish language speakers in County Kerry, with 4,978 native speakers within the Kerry Gaelic Act. This doesn't count the 1,105 attending the 4 Gael Scoils and 2 Gaeltacht outside the Kerry Gaelic Act. Places of interest. Kerry, with its mountains, lakes and Atlantic coastline, is among the most scenic areas in Ireland and is among the most significant tourist destinations in Ireland. Killarney is the centre of the tourism industry, which is a significant element of the economy in Kerry. The Kerry Way, Dingle Way and Beara Way are walking routes in the county. The Ring of Kerry on the Iveragh Peninsula is a popular route for tourists and cyclists. The pedestrian version is the scenic Kerry Way, which follows ancient paths generally higher than that adopted by the Ring of Kerry. Attractions. Media. County Kerry has 3 local newspapers, the Kerryman and the Kerry's Eye, published in Tralee, and the Kingdom, published in Killarney. The county has a commercial radio station, Radio Kerry, which commenced operations in 1990. RTA Permil Radiocubes na Gaiet Erta has a studio in Bale Mowen Gaul in the West Kerry Gaiet Act. Infrastructure, road, national primary routes. The main national primary routes into Kerry are the N21 road from Limerick and the N22 road from Cork, each terminating in Tralee. Kerry Airport is situated on the N23 road between Castleisland and Farranfore, which connects the N21 and N22. National secondary routes. Within Kerry, the main national secondary routes that exist are the well-known Ring of Kerry, which follows the N70 road that circles the Iveragh Peninsula and links at Kenmare with the N71 road to West Cork. The N86 road connects Tralee with Dingle along the Dingle Peninsula, while the N69 road from Limerick links Listowel and Tralee through North Kerry. Rail. Kerry is served by rail at Tralee Railway Station, Farranfore Railway Station, Killarney Railway Station and Rathmore Railway Station, which connect to Cork and Dublin Heuston, via Mellow. Branch line services existed to each of the peninsula and also to the north of the county. They were closed during the rationalisations of the 1950s and 1960s. Tralee and Dingle Light Railway, a narrow-gauge railway, closed in July 1953. Kenmare via Headford Junction, closed in February 1960. Valentia via Farranfore, also closed in February 1960. Listowel was served via the North Kerry Line, which extended from Tralee to Limerick. Passenger service ceased in 1963, freight in 1983, and the lines were pulled up in 1988. Thanet was served via a branch off the North Kerry Line until 1978, the rails are still in place. Listowel to Ballybunion had the distinction of operating experimental Lartigue monorail services from 1882 to 1924. A 500m section was re-established in 2003. A road car route, the Prince of Wales route, was a link from Bantry to Killarney, operated by the Cork, Bandon and South Coast Railway as a service for tourists. Bus Ariane operates an extensive bus service network on routes throughout the county with connection hubs in Killarney and Tralee. Air. Kerry Airport is located at Farranfore in the centre of the county and has operated scheduled services since 1989. Destinations served as of 2014 are London, Frankfurt Hahn Airport, Faro, Portugal and Alicante, all operated by Ryanair. Aer Lingus Regional also operate an all-year-round service to Dublin. Kerry Airport is served by Farranfore Railway Station. C. Thanet Harbour near Tralee is a regional harbour capable of handling ships of up to 17,000 tonnes. Large container cranes from Liebherrs in Killarney are regularly exported worldwide. A rail link to the port was closed in the 1970s. The harbour at Dingle is one of Ireland's secondary fishing ports. In the north of the county, a ferry service operates from Tarbert to Killimore in County Clare. Hospitals. Hospitals in Kerry include the public Kerry General Hospital, which it is the second largest acute hospital in the Health Service Executive South Region. It serves as the main hospital for County Kerry and also serves the people in parts of North Cork and West Limerick. Other hospitals include the private Bon Secours Hospital in Tralee and community hospitals in Cahirsveen, Dingle, Kenmare, Killarney and Listowel. Education. The Institute of Technology, Tralee is the main third-level institution in the county. It was established in 1977 as the Regional Technical College, Tralee, but acquired its present name in 1997. It has an enrollment of about 3,500 students. The institute has two campuses, the North Campus and the South Campus, approximately 2.4 km apart. Sets, families and titles. A number of Irish surnames are derived from Sets who hail from the Kerry area, such as Falvey, Foley, McCarthy, Murphy, O'Connor, O'Moriarty, Clifford, Kennelly, McGrath, O'Carroll, O'Sullivan, O'Connell, O'Donoghue, O'Shea, Quill, Scannell, Stack, Sucklew and Tangney. The area was also home to the Hiberno-Norman families, the Fitzmaurices and the Desmonds, a branch of the Fitzgeralds. Titles in the British Peerage of Ireland with a family seat in Kerry are, the Knight of Kerry a branch of Fitzgeralds who had lands at Valentia Island, the Earl of Kenmare the descendants of Sir Valentine Brown who was awarded lands in Killarney, the Earl of Desmond the Fitzgeralds of Desmond who had lands in North Kerry until they were seized at the end of the Desmond rebellions, the Marquess of Lansdowne the descendants of Sir William Petty who was awarded lands in Kenmare and elsewhere, the Earl of Kerry the Fitzmaurice family, the Earl of Listowel the Hare family, the Baron Ventry the Mullins family who had lands in the Dingle Peninsula, including Ventry. Viscount Valentia appears to have been associated with lands in County Armagh, rather than Kerry. People. See also, High Sheriff of Kerry, List of abbeys and priories in the Republic of Ireland, Lord Lieutenant of Kerry, Regional accents of English, Wild Atlantic Way, references. External links, Gaelscoil Stats, Gael Tact Comprehensive Language Study 2007.